What's up, guys? Smash Brothers 2149 here. And if you couldn't tell by the title, these are the top 10 characters that I want in Super Smash Bros. 4's DLC. Now, Super Smash Bros. 4 is already great as it is. A good character lineup, great stages, etc. But back to what I said about characters, that's what makes Smash Smash. But with Mewtwo being revealed in the 55th Extravaganza, he has confirmed that DLC is a possibility for Smash Brothers. So, guess what I'm doing? But there are some rules to this list. First off, they have to originate from gaming, so no Goku or Powerpuff Girls. Sorry, it'll never happen. I'm sorry. Then they have to be a first-party Nintendo franchise, so no Cole McGrath from Infamous or Master Chief from Halo. Then, if it's a third-party character, they have to follow rule number 1, so that still means no Goku, and they have to appear on a Nintendo system. So no Titan from Destiny. Alright? Veterans from previous Smash games are also allowed. This means Melee and Brawl. But, yeah. And that's my opinion. If you don't like it, tell me in the comment section below. So, with that out of the way, let's get to my honorable mention, Shovel Knight. He made his debut in, Shovel Knight in 2014. I wanted him in the game. However, with Shovel Knight now coming to the PlayStation 4, and Kratos being a playable character, and the fact that Kratos was playable in PlayStation All-Stars, a clone of Super Smash Bros., that lowers his chances even more. But, considering the fact that he originally appeared on the Nintendo system, okay, he appeared on the PC first, but console-wise, he originally appeared on the Nintendo Wii U and 3DS, there might be still hope for him. So, with that out of the way, let's move on to number 10. Now, number 10 is Wonder Red from the Wonderful 101. I'm going to be honest with you guys. As much of a Nintendo fan I am, the Wii U had a crappy launch lineup in 2012. All it got was New Super Mario Bros. U and Nintendo Land. And the other games were just either plain bad or just crappy ports to the Wii U from third-party developers. Cough, cough, Ubisoft. But 2013 was a lot better. And that's why I bought a Wii U in 2013, because it got a lot better. We had Pikmin 3, Rayman Legends, and Wonderful 101. This game was amazing, and Wonder Red already has a trophy in the Wii U version, so that boosts his chances even more. Moveset-wise, he can use Vulcan Knuckles, and his final smash could also be the Platinum Knot, but there are other potential moves. Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking. Why not Bayonetta? And yeah, it makes sense. Bayonetta 2 was up for Game of the Year, technically a couple months ago. You can't call it last year yet. But yeah, it was up for Game of the Year. However, the content in Bayonetta 2 just isn't well suited for Smash. And don't bring up Snake, because Snake was 1, removed, and 2, Brawl is an exception because it had a much more darker tone in the Smash games. Smash 4, however, is changing this up. The ray gun has been designed to be like a real ray gun, not a pistol like in Brawl. He's only number 10, however, because it's just most likely he'll get into the game, and plus there are other characters I think would be much better for Smash. But yeah, number 10's Wonder Red. Hopefully he gets into the game, and if not, we can use any other Wonder. Just not Bayonetta, because I just don't see that happening. He could have a Bayonetta costume just like in the games. Alright, now that we got all the way on to number 9. Number 9 is Maxwell from the Scribblenauts series. Scribblenauts debuted in 2009. Even though he isn't owned by Nintendo, I'm surprised that Nintendo hasn't bought the rights to the series. I mean, Maxwell is technically a third-party character because he isn't owned by Nintendo. However, he's only been on Nintendo systems. In fact, the creator of the series said how he put it on the Wii U specifically because he didn't think that the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One would work with the implementation of simply typing a letter on the screen. And it makes sense. I mean, I'm not dissing any Sony fans. I'm not dissing any Microsoft fans. It just makes sense because there's no touchscreen on the DualShock 4. Yes, there's a little rub pad, but you can't use it to tap in letters like what you see on the screen, like on the gamepad. But back to Maxwell. He also had a crossover of Mario in Unlimited on the Wii U. And also Legend of Zelda. This was so popular that fans actually modded the game so they can get other Nintendo characters such as Samus. And in that game, you can create and Scribblenauts allows you to use your imagination up to the fullest. You can create Five Nights at Freddy's if you're good enough. It's just a lot of things you can do. That's why I hope he gets into the game. He could use now he would not be a villager clone. That is one thing I could see, but I don't think Nintendo will go as lazy as that, such as with Dark Pit and Lucina. More of Dark Pit, I would say. But yeah, his final smash could be a Reign of Star Ride, similar to Lucas's PK Starstorm. He's only number 9 because Nintendo doesn't own the rights to him. Warner Brothers does. And Warner Brothers is a movie company. However, the reason why he can be on the list is because Maxwell originated from gaming. People like Superman or Green Lantern did not. That's why Maxwell can get in. Number 8 is Isaac from Golden Sun. There were a couple of assist trophies from Brawl that did not make it into SSB4. They were Excitebike Racers, Barbara, Mr. Rossetti, Herlin, Jill, Gray Fox, Ram K3, and of course Isaac. Now, a lot of them, most likely Isaac and Ray MK3, have potential. However, Barbara and Excitebike Racer, I don't see coming because Barbara's content is a little bit too sexual for Smash. Excitebike Racer, you can't exactly make him believably jump, stated by Sakurai. Mr. Rossetti, just no. Herlin would be pretty hard to make. He'd be annoying, probably overpowered, I could say. Jill, what could they do? And Gray Fox, if they couldn't get Snake in, I don't know how can they get Gray Fox in. Ram K3 I think would be a great addition, but I chose Isaac for a couple reasons. First off, the 3DS version is based mainly on handheld titles. Golden Sun has only been on handheld systems, at least for now. But yeah, so he's not even a regular trophy in the game. And like I just said, the 3DS version is mainly based off of handheld titles in terms of stages and trophies. So why wasn't Isaac there? This means that Nintendo has to be hiding something, because there's no way they would just scrap Isaac like that. But what could they do for a moveset? Now, I've recently been playing Golden Sun, and I know what he can do. He can use Growth, which is a move where he can grow vines from his hands and trap them, Lift for a recovery, Move for a side B, yes, his side B is literally called Move, and Gaia for down B. His final smash could be either Judgment or Meteor Storm, whichever of the two. And he could have a Matthew costume, since Matthew was a character in Golden Sun Dark Dawn. So, in conclusion, Isaac, I hope, really gets into the game. He's the most likely, but he's not the one I want in the most. They come later. Number 7 is Lucas. Now, Lucas has already appeared in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. However, he did not make the cut. Now, there are other characters that did not make the cut either, including Squirtle, Ivysaur, Snake, and the Ice Climbers. Squirtle and Ivysaur were most likely cut because transformations have been removed and Charizard's gone solo. And I just don't see him coming back. I'm sorry, Squirtle and Ivysaur fans. I'm really sorry. Snake was most likely cut due to third-party licensing issues, and in fact they didn't really fit in with Pac-Man, Mega Man, and Sonic, the other third-party characters in the game. However, and then we have Ice Climbers. The Ice Climbers were stated by Sakurai to be removed simply because the 3DS could not handle them. They're working fine on the Wii U version, but the Ice Climbers eventually had to get the axe because of the 3DS. But Lucas has no reason to be cut. The Mother series, or Earthbound in America, has been under the dead dirt, just like PlayStation All-Stars, but that game was different. It's a really popular series by Japan and some American fans, and if it wasn't for Lucas' appearance in Brawl, nobody would actually try to get Mother 3 to come to America. People are still doing it today, even though eToy says he's no longer developing the series. Does that mean that Lucas can't get back as DLC? Of course not. Now, the only worry I have is the custom moves. NES has all of Lucas's custom moves, and I mean all of them. But then again, you could argue that Marth had all Lucina's moves, yet Lucina still got into the game. So hopefully Lucas gets into the game as DLC. Moveset wise, there are some changes. Swap his neutral B and side B. So swap his side B to PK Freeze and his neutral B to PK Fire to make him different. And change his Final Smash to PSI Rocket. That would be amazing. Just so we don't get a clone of Ness's Final Smash. Up next we have number 6, which is Wolf from Star Fox. I'll say this right now. Wolf was my best and favorite character in Brawl. He was my main in everything. So tell me this. Why was he cut? You don't think I'm gonna forget Wolf. Wolf also appeared in Smash Bros. Brawl. But like Lucas, he got the axe for no reason. Let's see why Wolf should have stayed. He's a villain. That's something that Smash has been lacking. Villains. Bowser Jr. was the only new villain they added. Which is cool and all, but Wolf was just an original villain. And no, he's not a clone of Fox. I get so sick and tired of hearing people say, "Oh, Wolf is a clone of Fox. He has no original moveset." Guys, Falco is a semi-clone, yet y'all praise him and everything like he's perfectly fine. Really? Also, Wolf was supposed to appear in Melee as the Fox clone, but he was replaced by Falco, sadly. Now, in terms of changes, there's nothing I want to change about Wolf except for his Final Smash. Change it so it's not a Landmaster. Maybe a Wolfen. I don't care, because Wolf never used a Landmaster in the games. He didn't. I've played Star Fox Assault and Adventures and any other Star Fox game. He does not use a Landmaster. So why does he have one in the game? Reading the trophy description, he analyzed Fox's Landmaster and created his own. Do that in Star Fox first, and maybe I would accept it. Now, for as much as I love Wolf, he's only number 6 because he's a veteran. The other characters, however, are newcomers. And here we have number 5, which is Lloyd Irving from Tales of Symphonia. Tales of Symphonia is an amazing RPG series. By the way, this is the last third-party character on the list. But yeah, Lloyd Irving. Now, Pac-Man already represents Namco. However, he was kind of predictable. Don't get me wrong, I love Pac-Man in the game. He's really cool, and I'm glad they didn't use the really awful Ghostly Adventures design. That would have sucked, as well as the voice actor. But Lloyd Irving would also be a cool character too. Tales of Symphonia was primarily a Nintendo franchise, just like how Mega Man was primarily a Nintendo franchise. But as for movesets, that shouldn't be too hard. A lot of the movesets from Tales of Symphonia are just like Super Smash Bros. Scratch that. The combinations. You can have your neutral B, your side B, your up B, and down B. They could take inspiration from Super Smash Flash 2 that Let's Play has been doing. But then again, now it kind of seems like they don't want to be original, so I hope they come up with something original. Like I just said. I really want to end because I don't think that we need one character per third-party company. We can have more than one character. I think 4 is probably the most likely, and he'll be the last third-party character. Unless they add in Maxwell, but he's very unlikely at this point. Now, I am sad that Tales of Symphonia has been the HD collection is only on the PlayStation 3. But for you Sony fans out there, that gives you a chance to experience it. By the way, it's only on PlayStation 3, not PS4. Please make a game for the Wii U. At number 4 is Max from Advance Wars. Now, even though there are assist trophies, Max technically isn't an assist trophy since he's not named. So I think he could be a great character. And I think he could play... He could either do one of the two things. I didn't know that was mine. Yes, it's yours, man. Alright, I'll drink it later. Sorry about that. But anyways, back to Max. Max, even though the Advance Wars are assist trophy again, he still isn't named. And since Snake is in the game, they could do one of two things. They can either just take Snake's moveset and give it to Max, or give him completely unique moves. Now, playing Advance Wars, even though I've played little, I know Max has some moves. He can use a rocket launcher, a helicopter backpack for recovery. he could place a battle turret, and maybe he can launch a missile. For a final smash, he should be able to hop in a tank. Not like a clone of Fox's final smash, but a tank where he can run over opponents and fire lasers and missiles. Well, just missiles, not lasers. Again, sorry about the interruption. Let's move on. Number 3 is Henry from Codename Steam. Now, Codename Steam is not out yet. However, I feel like if they put him in Smash, they could potentially help the sales of Codename Steam. Codename Steam is coming out around in March, so it'll probably be too late to add him to boost the sales of Codename Steam, but who knows. Even if reading this description, this guy has a lot of potential for moves. He has an Eagle Rifle. He has this Eagle Strike move. He can also take inspiration from his other partners. He can use his line recovery move, and maybe he can use that punching boxing glove move. I really hope he gets into the game, and he'll probably come after Mewtwo, but who knows. Number 2 is Elma from Xenoblade Chronicles X, also a future release for 2015. Now, the game comes out in Japan around in April, but it won't be coming out in America possibly in the summer or May. And by the time it hits that day, Mewtwo might already be out, unless they release him in April. Or May, in which that case you probably won't get it. But just like with Henry, Xenoblade Chronicles X could potentially be used as DLC so you can help the sales of the game. And by putting in Elma, it'll be the perfect opportunity. Now, Elma, if you don't know about her, I'm sure a lot of you don't, she comes from the sequel from Xenoblade, and I love Xenoblade. So I hope she gets into the game. Moveset wise, she can use that rifle that you see on her back slightly. She can use her force guns, jet boots, and maybe throw a grenade here and there. For a final smash, she should climb into a mech and wreak all havoc. And for a character like her, she has some great personality from watching footage of the game. She really does. But who's number 1? Well, I'm glad you some reason did not ask. But you're probably asking anyways. And finally, number 1 is the Inkling or Inklings from Splatoon. This is the one game I'm definitely picking up in 2015, no questions asked. For those of you who don't know, Splatoon is a third-person shooter, which pretty much is paintball on steroids. And the Inklings really have a lot of potential to become a character. We see the game is supposed to be coming out in May, or at least that's a release window. But yeah, this character has so much potential. What could he do? Or he or she, since there's a female. Well, you need to watch some footage. Go ahead, go. Alright, you're back? Alright, what could he do? Well, if you're taking a look at that gun over there, that could be the standard attacks. But if you watch footage, he could use rocket launchers. It could use recovery, which turns into a squid, as you see there. It could use a squid jump as a recovery, a sniper rifle, a grenade. It's all perfect. And as for a final smash, well, that's very easy. Just create an ink nuke in the trailer. That should be the final smash. In conclusion, the Inklings will be great characters for DLC. So that's it for this top 10, one of the first on my channel. What do you guys think? Who do you want to see as Smash Bros. DLC? And what did you think about my list? Leave a comment in the thing called the comment section. If you like this video, great, hit that like button. If you disliked it, don't hit the dislike button. Just don't hit the button at all. And finally, if you really like this video, don't forget to subscribe for future content. And thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow or possibly later on.